insurances. Do not skip this step or you will be off to jail. And step 7. Welcome to Big in Japan on Geinokai.jp. I'm your host, Phoenix Sejan, and today we're taking a deep dive into Japanese culture with key steps on how to start your own company here in Japan. Let's get right into it. So if you'd like to make it big in Japan by starting your own company, here are a few steps that you'll need to take in order to have a successful business. Well, at least be on the path to a successful business. Japan is one of the world's largest economies. With the new digital nomad, visa, tech startups, and innovation being at the center of Japan's promising future, it's no wonder that many people want to set up shop here. But setting up shop here isn't easy. It takes careful planning and a lengthy process full of paperwork. However, we've got you covered. Here are the 7 steps that you'll need to take to start your company here in Japan. Step 1, choose your type of company. In Japan, you have the KK. This is a company that would be great if you're going to have investors. Now, if you want to be a solo entrepreneur or just start a small business, then a GK is going to be similar to the structure of a LLC. You'll have to do your research to decide which is best for your business needs. And there are pros and cons that come with both. And my tip is if you want to set up shop quickly and on a small scale, then the GK is going to be your friend. Where if you have more time to have investors and do a full business plan, then the KK is going to be your best option. Now, let's move on to step 2. Getting an address. You'll need a local address to register. This can be a co-working space, a shared office, or your home address if your residence zone allows it. Now, moving on to the 3rd step, opening a bank account. This is going to be by far the trickiest part of the process, but it won't be too difficult once you get the right paperwork completed. First, most banks in Japan will require you to live in Japan, speak Japanese, and have your documents prepared in Japanese. Our tip is to have an accountant prepare the documents that you need to make this process a lot smoother. Speak Japanese and have your company registered. We suggest having an accountant handle the documents that you need to speed up this process. Now we're moving on to step 4, drafting your articles of incorporation. For a KK, these documents will need to be notarized. However, if you went the GK route, then these documents do not have to be notarized. However, both documents will need to be prepared in Japanese. Which brings us on to step 5, deposit capital and register your company. Now this can be done with as little as 1 yen. However, most people invest at least 500,000 yen to get their company started. Now, I suggest you do whatever fits your budget best. If you're going for a KK, you will need a lot more startup income. However, a GK, again, if you're going to be a solo entrepreneur, this is going to be your friend because the entry rate and the amount of money that you're going to have to invest is going to be a lot lower. Now that you have your finances in order, you're going to register with the Legal Affairs Bureau to get your corporate number. Now, going on to step 6, registering at the tax office and enrolling in Japan's social insurances. Even if you only have 1 employee in your company, you must register at the tax office and enroll in Japan's social insurances. Do not skip this step or you will be off to jail. And step 7, get any licenses that you may need. Food and beverage, real estate, and financial services will require special licenses. So be sure to check what you need before you register your company. And that's it. These are the 7 steps that you will need to take in order to register your business here in Japan. If you found this helpful, be sure to give us a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our channel, and click that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know when our next videos drop. You're watching Big in Japan, brought to you by Geinokai.jp, and I'm your host, Phoenix Sejan. I'll see you next time.